How many times have you got really fired up, really motivated to make something, do something, achieve something, only to find a couple of years later, you're still not even started? Well, that's exactly what I've done. For the last couple of years, I've really wanted to start a YouTube series on doing exactly this. And I've found every possible excuse and reason why now's not the right time. Everyone's gonna laugh at you and you're gonna look really stupid. What do you think you are? Some sort of mechanic? Just stick to what you know, mate. It's far easier. Or the most recent excuse, which is, have you seen how expensive used cars are right now? Now, despite all of the excuses, and trust me, there are plenty more that didn't make the cut there, we have got a car and we're ready to get started. So let's jump into the video and see what we've got. Will she start? Will she start? No. All right. Now, as a quick disclaimer, I don't necessarily recommend trying to jumpstart your car this way, but I didn't have access to my booster pack at this point, and so this was all I had lying around. Fingers crossed. So now that it's running, I would like to introduce you to my 2003 1.2 litre Volkswagen Polo S. This is the start of a little journey in terms of trading this car up to something a little bit nicer. As you can see, everything inside is just, well, it's old and tired and it needs a little bit of love. So the car itself has done 124,000 miles. Now, I bought this car about 4 months ago, just as a stopgap to the in-between from selling one car to getting another car. And that's why we've got Range Rover written on the back. It was a little bit of a joke, but now that we've got the new car, this car is kind of no longer needed. So it gave me a bit of an idea, and I thought I would share that with you guys. So the car itself, as I mentioned, is a 2003 Volkswagen Polo. Like I said, I bought the car as a bit of a stopgap. There was never really any long-term plan to keep the car. But since we don't need it anymore, it's too good to scrap. And I thought, why not set a bit of a challenge? So the plan with the car is to turn it from a Volkswagen Polo into a Porsche, the Polo to Porsche challenge. Now, I don't mean physically change this car. We know that's not going to change into a Porsche. But the plan is to trade up from this car to a Porsche. So in order to do this, I kind of need to get the best price I can for the car. I'm going to do this over a series of videos and take you guys along with me. But to start with, we've got to get the car cleaned. It's absolutely hanging. So that's what we're going to get onto now. So the car's going to need a real good clean. As you can see, it's filthy at the moment. It's absolutely hanging. The outside is really nasty. We've got a flat tire there that we're going to need to check if that's punctured or if it's just low on air. And then we're going to give this a clean. We're going to start off with the inside because, as you can see, that really is nasty. It smells awful, and you probably can't smell it, but it is awful, trust me. There's loads of marks and dog hairs on the seat, so they need to come out. A general clean up all the way through. Now the plan with this car is it's a profit challenge to get to that Porsche, and we're starting off really with this. So it's about being able to make as much out of the car as we can, and also being careful on how much we're spending to get it ready. But I'll keep a tally of everything that gets spent, and we'll keep progress of profit and maybe even loss on the car.
So at this point I've gone and got myself changed, and the plan really is just to go over all of the interior with the vacuum cleaner, get up all the loose hair, little bits that have been left behind, kids eating and drinking in the back of the car, and all the rubbish. And once I was finished in the back, I moved to the front of the car. Again, this is the seat in particular that had so much dog hair stuck to it. My dog spent a fair bit of time sat in that chair, so I needed to clean that off too.
It is already looking 10 times better on the interior. You know, there's still loads of marks and stains and bits I'd like to get off the carpet, off the seats, and generally just make it a much more pleasant place to be.
And so after the interior had been vacuumed, it was clear to see a whole heap of stains that were just left on the seats from years of just not being cleaned, I guess. So I got the vacs out and decided to give the interior a complete wash over and really try and get rid of as many of those stains as possible.
Okay, so I've just finished washing the interior of the car. It was disgusting. This is the colour of the cleaning solution as it comes out of the carpet cleaner, and this is the nasty colour of all of the horribleness that's come out of the car. So that is disgusting. So the car's going to be a whole heap cleaner inside. Once it's dried, it should smell a lot nicer too. Next step is going to be cleaning down all the plastics, the dash, the trims.
And that is exactly what I got onto next, and all I'm using here is just a microfiber cloth and a simple dash and trim cleaner, just to get rid of all the dust and dirt and stuff that's held in over time, and again make it a little bit tidier.
So the interior is now finished. I think it looks a world apart from what it did just a short while ago. Let's go and take a look, and then we can crack on with the outside. So as you can see, a million miles better than it was just a short while ago. Now remember, it's a 20-year-old car, but I think everything has come out really quite well. Now, I'm not going to sit in the seats just yet because I've washed them and I still think they need a little bit of time to dry. But really, all in all, I think it looks quite nice and is going to be great for whoever ends up with the car. So, now that we've got that bit done, we need to get onto the inside, the outside. So I'm going to go and hook up the pressure washer and get going.
And since it's been at least a million years since this car has had a wash, I'm going over it first and foremost with a heavy duty TFR, just to try and loosen everything off first, agitate all of the dirt that's on the car, just to make the cleaning process that little bit easier. So the TFR has been on the car now for about 5 minutes, and all I really wanted to do was get the pressure washer on the car and rinse it off. It's quite a strong solution, so I didn't want to leave it on the car too long, so we're just going to start spraying it down, and you can kind of see already just how easily it starts to come away. You can see on the tailgate there, it literally just falls off with the pressure washer. after rinsing off, I've now gone for the snow foam attachment. I've left the car for about 5 minutes, let all of the loose water run off before I've snow foamed, and this is just to get any of the other dirt that's been left behind. Now, I guess this car must have been really nasty on the outside, because even after the TFR, when rinsing off the snow foam here, it was amazing still how much more dirt had come off the car. And this is a great step really before washing the car with a mitt, to save scratching the paintwork or pushing any of that dirt around the car as I'm trying to clean it.
As soon as I finish cleaning the car and drying it, what happens? It rains. So as far as I'm concerned, the car's now clean, and I think it looks miles better than it did earlier, but it's great because it also gives us an opportunity to see what's wrong with the car. This front wing is rotten all the way through, which needs replacing, so that's going to be done. Otherwise the bodywork's actually pretty okay. There is a small patch of surface rust bubbling here on the rear arch, but I'm not going to do anything with that. The inside of the car also, I think, looks way better than it did earlier. Lovely and clean and tidy. So now it's time to see if it starts again. Wish me luck. Let's see if it'll start first time, or if indeed, God, it smells way better in here already. Let's see if it's going to start, or is she not? Wish me luck. Yes, it starts. Okay, so I'm going to move it off the drive now. I'm going to put my other car back on. That's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've made it to the end, hit the like button if you like what you've seen. Consider subscribing to the channel so you can watch the progress and the journey from Polo to Porsche. And if you've got any comments, drop them in the comment section below, and also maybe drop me a comment and let me know, once I've done and sold this car, what should we get next? What should be the next project? But for now, I'm going to say bye, and I will see you in the next one.